Hello guys, this is CannibalChess, and in this video I'm going to be giving y'all a few tips that helped me improve my chess game, just how I play in general, and hopefully it will help you improve as well. So going into the first tip that I have for y'all, I would say that y'all should probably try and play at least one game of chess a day, especially try and play longer games. So those 1 minute, 30-second, 3 minute games, those are pretty fun to play, especially because they're easier. You don't have to spend a lot of time to play them, but they're not really going to necessarily help you improve your chess game. So try and play maybe like a 30-minute game like once a day and really look at how you play, analyze your moves afterwards as well and your opponents, see what they did wrong, see what you did wrong, and that will definitely help you improve in the long run for sure. So in other words, if you're definitely wanting to improve, then you got to set aside some sort of time every day to practice your chess skills. And for my second tip that I have for y'all, it is find your own personal opening. So don't try and specialize in every single opening or like 3 or 4 or 5 openings. It doesn't really usually work that well. Of course, you want to pick an opening for black and you want to pick one opening for white and learn as much as you can about those two openings. Study those openings, look at them through chess engines, different lines, look up tips and tricks for those kinds of openings, and that'll definitely help you improve if you keep doing that every single day. You keep learning about your personal opening. Now, I am going to throw a quick disclaimer out there. When you're playing as black, it's not always the best idea to stick with just one opening because depending on what your opponent plays, the best thing that you can play may change. But usually you want to stick with the moves d6, d5, e6, and e5 when you're playing as black. There are other options like c6. You can play c6 in some situations. Don't usually play f6 or f5 though. But yeah, just stick with c6, e6, d6, d5, e5, stuff like that is usually a good starting point in most games for black. And I almost forgot to mention c5 as well. The Sicilian is also a very strong opening. Now, for my third tip, this one most people might not think about, but don't play too much because this could lead to burnout. So if you just play chess constantly every single day for like hours and hours, it could definitely lead to burnout. And this has happened to me before several times, where I do that and then like I feel like just not playing chess for a month, and then I come back and then just regulate my the way I play or the time that I play a little bit better, and then I start to improve a little bit more or quicker in those periods where I'm not actually just like numbing my brain with just like constantly playing chess all the time. And going on to tip number 4, this one is sure to increase your skill level no matter what, and it is memorizing specific chess lines. So this definitely works better when you have your own personal opening because then you don't have to think about, well, what line or what opening does this line have to do with or correlate with. So having your own personal opening helps with memorizing specific lines, and specific lines, when you memorize those, it helps with beating opponents that do kind of similar moves, because at one skill level, most opponents are going to think kind of similarly. So they're going to make similar mistakes in their thinking, and when that happens, you don't necessarily know how to take advantage of that maybe, and so you get kind of tripped up and maybe lose against that specific attack or defense a lot. And when that happens, just go back in the game and see what you did wrong, see what Stockfish is suggesting that you do, and then try and memorize the moves leading up to that position so that you can like, when you see it, then it's just visual memory and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I should do instead of doing what I did last time. And then you can have a better chance of winning more games, and that'll increase your rating and skill level for sure. And that being said, I'm not saying to memorize whole chess engine lines because you're not going against a chess engine. So I wouldn't try and memorize, like Stockfish lines or something like that, because even at like 2000 elo, it's not always likely that your opponent's gonna play some line that Stockfish is playing at like 3000 elo. And an important tip, tip number 5, is all your moves need to have some sort of reason. It doesn't have to be Stockfish's reason. It doesn't have to be the best reason in the world, but it does need to have a reason, whether that is defending your king, defending the queen, defending some other piece, or attacking some other piece of your opponent's. It needs to have some sort of reason, some meaning in the game. If you're just making, moves just because you need to make a move, it's your turn, that's not necessarily the best thing to do. It's not going to help you improve. You need to always be thinking, what can I improve my position with? What moves help my position get better? And the next tip that I have for y'all is to keep having fun with chess, because chess is a game. It's meant to be fun. If it's not fun, if you're not having fun playing chess, then it'll just end up being a chore. Learning chess will be a chore, just different things about it you'll slowly lose interest in, and your progress will just start, slowing down. You won't learn as much because you're so frustrated with it, or angry that you keep losing. So you kind of have to stay positive. You're not always going to win games. You're not always going to lose games. So it's just finding a balance, just keeping yourself calm and happy, just with chess being a game that you can play and get good at. And my last tip for this video is probably the most important one. It is to get better, because without getting better, I find that hobbies, they don't have too much meaning. If you can't challenge yourself in what you love to do, then why do it at all? So I hope this video has helped you to see what you can do to help yourself improve at the game of chess, and continue to improve for as long as you need to until you reach your desired end or your desired goal, whether that is 2000 ELO or 2500 ELO. As always, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.